Jenny, this is exciting. The first batch of many.
Hope so, Jim. Hope so.
Of thousands.
Thousands.
Wow. How many have you got in here?
I think there's not that many. So it's
Wow.
going to be for the book launch event.
Turn it this way around so you can have a look at it. Jenny,
Go on then, show us
Look
the
at
front
that.
cover.
look at that. A guide to mudlarking.
Hey.
Wow. Let's read the back flap for...
Show us the back. Show us the back.
Yeah, show us the back. Look at that.
Hey, I know Dave was a bit upset because the brown thing on the left-hand side was obscured by the text.
Wow.
Do you want to just read it then?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh. When I first moved to London, I saw people slowly foraging along the Thames foreshore, picking things up and tucking them away in bags and pouches. Day and night they searched. What were they doing? Mudlarking was the answer. And I soon got a permit and joined them on the riverbank, hunting for treasures, old and new. It's an addictive hobby, with lots to discover. Where do I search? How do I get down to the foreshore? When is low tide? What will I find and how do I identify stuff? This guide follows my journey to learn how to mudlark and includes astonishing and sometimes profound answers from mudlarks to the question, why do you mudlark? It's a piece of social history. The joy of finding the old and the new. So much great stuff in here, Jenny.
Thank you, Jim.
Wow.
Thank you.
How long did it take you to do this?
About a year after I'd learnt.
What, 12 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asking mudlarks for their
Yeah.
questions about why they
You
mudlark.
got a poem that you did. You dedicated it to your sister.
Yeah.
And the contents, there's an introduction. What is mudlarking? Why mudlark on the Thames foreshore? Why do people mudlark? And your top 10 tens of mudlark. I'll leave that for readers to find out for themselves. The facts. Well, what else we got here? We got the facts. Food and drink finds.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, wow. Because you've written books about food and drink.
Lots of
before,
books about food,
Yeah.
so I'm interested in food.
Yeah, and then you've got the sacred and the mindful. That's
My
pretty
Ganesh.
special. Yeah, wow, I've seen that. What an amazing piece that was.
Yes.
You must have been really excited when you found that, Jenny.
Yeah, I saw its trunk popping out.
Wow. You got charts. Wow. Tours and walks. Nearly there.
Yes, some walks near you in Deptford.
Yeah, and you got my daft mudlarking awards.
Yes.
And you got more thoughts on mudlarking. So what are some of those thoughts, Jenny?
It's a really restful thing to do, surprisingly.
Wow.
And it clears your mind and it makes me happy. And finding things is part of it. But there's a fantastic mudlark community that I'm sure you've met. And I've met
a few of them, yeah.
They're really interesting people that are happy to share. Thank you, Jim.
But it's great, Jenny, that you actually put this down, because honestly, it's not just about getting dirty and getting exercise, but the mindfulness of that as you dig, it's like excavating.
You don't dig much, Jim. You don't dig much.
So what is it you do then?
You can look on the surface and you can sort of scrape gently, but we don't like people. We don't like people digging up the foreshore.
Okay.
Much.
So what do you use? One of those electrical things?
I haven't got a metal detector. I do eyes only search.
Really?
That means I just see things.
Wow. What about instinct? Does instinct play a part, do you think?
It's a skill that I've learnt, and I've asked other mudlarks how they do it, and I've learnt from them.
Would you get a metal detector at some point?
No, it's more clutter, and I just like the river and the birds and the water and the sunlight or the rain. I just like being there.
You're talking about
simply.
nature. Wow.
Yeah.
Being.
But it's the city's major river.
Yeah, not doing well. I mean, look at the history of the Thames.
Yes.
I mean, what places on the Thames have you mudlarked?
You're not supposed to say exactly.
Okay.
The exact spots, but they're on the walks. And if you take the Uber boat down the river from Putney to North Greenwich, you can spot mudlarks out on the foreshore.
Yeah.
You can find out for yourself exactly where they are.
That's a lovely trip, isn't it, on the Uber boat?
Yes.
It's fabulous.
Yes.
Wow. And it seems like it's never ending, because it really triggers memory of times gone by, your ancestors, our ancestors, by the things that you find, the spiritual things, the way that people lived.
Yes.
I mean, that one, what really fascinated me, because I've done some workshops at the Globe Theatre years ago with Richard Olivier, who recommended me for Charles the Restaurant. I never got that, I'm showing off now. When in the Mark Rylance company. And you found the top of one of those things where they used to put the coins in.
Tudor Money Box.
Yeah, tell me about that. Yeah.
Well, that was on my top 10, when I was writing the book, that was my top 10 list, one of it. And then a week later, when I'd written my top 10, it just got washed up by a rock, and right near the theatres, where the theatres would have been. So you can guess where that was. And that was the most astonishing thing to find.
I mean, that's over 400 years old.
Yeah.
But look at that, what that relates to. Shakespeare, the greatest playwright in the world, still living today.
Well, he's not.
I know, but do you know what I mean in terms of his work is, though?
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely extraordinary. I mean, how many interpretations of Hamlet have there been over the years? Thousands, Jenny. Our greatest actors from all over the globe. I mean, it's just extraordinary. What's the oldest thing that you found?
I guess it would be the echinoid fossils.
What does that mean? Echinoid, what's that?
They're the sea urchins.
Wow.
And they may have come with ballast that was brought in the trading ships.
Okay.
They weren't naturally on the foreshore necessarily.
Right.
So they were brought in, or when the chalk came. And the white chalk beds you can see as you go on the Uber boat, where the barge is moored, because the chalk made it smooth.
Right.
So that they could land the barges, not get hit by the shingle.
So these urchins would have not come necessarily from this country. They would have come from
somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
And how old would these sea urchins
I can't remember. I'll have to read my own book.
Yeah. So you're talking about millennia years old?
Yeah.
Or pre-dinosaur age, that kind of thing?
They were around the dinosaurs, yes.
Bloody hell, Jim.
I know, you're swearing now, Jim.
Okay. Wow.
Anyway, Jim, I'm going to cut you off.
Okay. Listen, I could talk about this all day, Jenny.
I know.
We could talk all day and all
I know.
night. There is so much in this book, Jenny. It's an absolutely fantastic read. The subtext, what gets me, Jenny, is the subtext of the book, because it sends you on a journey in your own mind about what it would have been like to live and be in those times. Absolutely fascinating on so many levels, Jenny.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, Jim.
Wonderful.
Come and open more boxes.
Okay. All right then. But I look forward to the 1,000th copy and the 10,000th copy and the 100,000th. What does it take to be a bestseller, Jenny? Because this could be it. Get your copy now.
Thank you, Jim.
All right.
You. Bye.
See you. All the best.